Hey guys, welcome to World of Women, Wow for Women, where we try to bring back strong values. I am Moji Danisa.
It's good having you joining us on this edition of Wow, World of Women. My name is Rahila Lessa.
Hello, I'm Ifeoma Gift Oladunjoya. Welcome to another episode of Wow.
And joining us as guest presenter today is Linda Turner. She was here last week. Linda Turner is of the Linda Hope Initiative. You're welcome.
Thank you, Moji, for having me here today. It's a great opportunity to be back again. I'm
nice
excited.
to have you again.
Thank you.
Nice to have you.
This week, let's quickly delve into what we have this week. It was a week of mixed blessings,
Mixed
feelings, not too good.
Okay.
Ended on a
Good one.
Maybe very happy note, but somehow a lot of people are still downcast. Let's start with the good news, right?
Yeah.
Rita Dominic
Yes.
had her white wedding.
Oh, did you guys see the wedding dress? Oh boy, that dress.
It's just that me, I'm not too crazy about princess dresses. I preferred her reception dress somehow.
See, that wedding dress was all for me. Like that was all.
It was so rich.
Oh my God.
Elegant.
It was elegant, huh?
Maybe I should.
But I just felt it was too big for her, you know. She's a smallish girl.
I don't understand.
And put on this very big
My baby girl. That's a bouncing. That's a bouncing baby girl.
You know, so it was like it was weighing her down, so to say. You could see at the reception she was dancing so freely because she wore a sleek, beautiful dress. I brought her all her figure.
That is a dream wedding
Yeah,
dress.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just maybe
Well,
for her is to make a mark.
Yeah, congratulations to
congratulations.
Rita, Dominic. It's never too late for anybody to get married.
At all,
Rita has shown you people, and when you want to do it, you do it well. Yeah, and sadly we lost. We lost Samuel Opozo,
Yeah, so touching.
the minister, the great minister of the gospel. Sammy had some issues last year, and he actually came out to say, "Okay, forgive me, I erred. Who does not err?
Yeah.
Who
To
has
err
not
is human.
sinned?"
To forgive is
And
divine.
we said, who has never sinned? Cast the first.
Even
stone.
Bible said, Jesus said, "He that is without sin, cast the first stone."
Yes. So let's take Samuel Opozo in one of those videos where he uploaded on Instagram, begging God and actually breaking out from his heart. It's heartbreaking. Let's see it.
When I think about where God has brought me, grace brought me here. Grace brought me here tonight. I am a shout. Grace brought me here. Grace brought me. Grace brought me. Grace brought me here. I don't know what I want you.
It's sad. Maybe sorry.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Hey, him
Let's move on.
it is well.
Let's move on. Honestly, what's the best recipe for a heartbreak?
You know, this also boils down to mental health issue. Because, you know, Nigeria, they're fond of going to public to criticize people. They don't even go to, they don't even...
I think we should just leave Samuel Opozo. We had the video. Samuel
video
Opozo may his soul rest in peace. If you knew him one-on-one, you'll break down in tears after watching that. He's gone to rest. We have the video of the young guy who had a heartbreak.
Yeah.
His girlfriend broke his heart. And the next thing he did
Was to start breaking her.
was to break her photograph.
I watched it.
But
I saw.
So I asked myself, what's the best
Well,
recipe for a
if
heartbreak?
that will ease the pain, I think
Ben
it's
was,
the right
Ben,
thing.
I will see, let me tell you the truth. I don't think if people understand the trends, So, you see what is going on is this. The girls are not the ones serving the breakfast. And that's why some of the guys can't take it anymore. You know, it's the guys normally that used to dump girls.
That video, by the way.
Now it's the girls dumping the boys.
Yes.
But usually men don't take what they dish out.
They can't
Can't
Okay,
take
let's see
Okay,
that. Let's see
see.
what exactly happened.
My guy, oh wow. My guy, oh sorry. I'm sorry. Breakfast, breakfast, don't be your mate. Destroy it. The girl has moved on.
But
See,
awesome.
Burna Boy sang this song. He said, last. Now everybody go chop breakfast. He saw this coming.
But
That's not funny. You know what heartbreak does to someone?
But the good thing is that he has the ability to manage it. We are
Yes.
happy. It's just the picture thing.
It's venting.
He didn't take it to an extreme level of taking
His life.
taking his
Unlike
life
some
or
have done, no?
going to attack the girl.
Yeah.
You know, some can pour the girl, what they call it, acid
Or
or
like what
stab her and
Rahila
all
said,
of that.
I don't think some of the guys now can take what they dish out to the ladies.
has always been so.
They can't take
Right
it.
from inception, men
Yes.
can't take what
They can't take
give out
it.
to women.
They are
Has
the one they
always
break.
been so.
Don't they break women's hearts? They break women's
break
hearts
now.
now. Everybody,
like you said,
last, everybody go
That's
chop this
always-
breakfast.
especially for the young, there's always a day that your heart will be broken. But don't worry, it doesn't last long. Doesn't last long.
Another
at all.
woman will
Within
come.
1 week, you've forgotten that.
Are you
Maybe
sure?
that same
Some
night,
people
yeah,
carry
just
these
get
things
to
for
the
years.
Didn't you see there was one last week that the boy was crying?
Not when you are young. When you are young, please, a better one will come.
You will get another girl.
Don't vent, don't be angry.
There's
Just
always a replacement.
cry a
Don't-
bit and
just
forget
cry.
it and move ahead. Let's take a
Manage
break now.
everything and you'll be fine.
We'll be back. Let's take a break.
Proud to be a woman. Proud to be a woman. Proud to be a woman.
Welcome back to now to the topic of the day. How do we treat the aged in our society? Unfortunately, many old people are left neglected and abandoned. We forget we will all grow old one day. We pray to grow old one day, all of us. Today we shall be looking at caring for the elderly. And Linda, your NGO, Linda Hope Initiative, focuses a lot on the aged. Can you give us a situation report right now?
Yes, like you have said, most elderly people has been neglected in the society. We don't look on the age side. Most of our reports, we normally go for assessment program before we can go for any empowerment or trying to, because we need to assess them to know their needs and wants. We can't just go without knowing what we give to the elderly people. We discover some of them complain about, children growing up those days, once you are old, they tag you with witchcraft and call them witch. Some of them, they normally throw stone at them, and there are always food. Food is one of the major problems, and loneliness, and they have emotional issues as well. So this is something Nigeria should look into. And you know, culture now this day is going. They don't respect the elderly, not just caring for them. We also need to incorporate that respect. We need to go back to the old tradition to respect the elderly women as well. So it's not just the food thing, giving the, and to also embrace love. We don't just drop food, we hug them, we embrace them, to let them feel connect, let them just have that belonging.
Where do you find them actually? Are there old people's homes? I know that we did visit an old people's home in somewhere in Abuja. Where do you get these elderly people that you interact with and you advocate for?
Yeah, that's we do the assessment. We'll go to different local governments to search for them.
Are there homes for the aged?
No, for now we just go. We don't. Like the one in Kado was the only aged women home I saw. I've visited that one. That was about 2 years ago.
There is one in Gwagwalada.
Okay, we've not visited, but normally we just go and search different places. We've gone to Gwagwalada for an assessment program. We've not done any outreach. So we've done in Daikibue. It's Jabi is one small village located at Jabi. We met an elderly woman. She's over 90 years. Wow. She was abandoned. She has 6 kids and grandchildren. She was abandoned for like 7 years.
By the children?
By the children. So we discovered her. She's gone. Yeah. She's gone. Most of them, even approaching her first, giving her food, she just said, her prayer was like, God, just take my life. They pray for death because of what they're going through. After everything, she said, what she needs now, she just wants to die, you know. It's shocking. God. So we now identify that the death is not that nobody wants to die, but her case is what she's going through, and she just felt that nobody will come. What she needs now is to just go and see.
So is this a factor of the infiltration of the Western culture that is causing this? Because I know from the African culture, we are brought up to respect the elderly. I still remember as a child when I'm sitting outside with my mom and I see an elderly person carrying a bag, and the next job, go and help that person. And we grew up. I grew up with that.
I know.
So what is happening?
There's a culture of this deep respect for the elderly. Because anytime I go out with my mother, she just came to Abuja about a year now, and she's like, why are they greeting me like this? Everybody, mama. They come, some they give her money. She said, but I'm not a beggar. I said, no, take it. You know, they just like you. That's how they are here in the north. You know, but in our area down south there, I'm not sure say they sound like that.
I think there's another thing that I've seen most times on the internet anyway. This thing that they carve the old people quickly. They are witch. They are witch. They are witch. Is there no way we can eradicate that nonsense? Because that thing is quietly, it is now entering into the minds of these new generations that still anybody that is old as a witch.
But I think the government is doing something about it, because we have the National Senior Citizens Center.
Okay.
Yes, it's a year-old. National Senior Citizen Center is an agency under the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. You know, so, and that was why I got to know about the Gwagwalada home for the aged, because I think they celebrated the first ever National Day for the older persons.
It's just a year.
So it was celebrated. Nigeria adopted 5th October as a National Day for the older persons, but the United Nations has 1st October every year, for the International Day for Older Persons. So I think there is a lot of advocacy
going on now.
Are you working with these
agencies?
No, we've registered few, the Women Affairs and all of that, but we are we are going to engage with them shortly.
Yes, I think we should. Because
Also,
there are horrible stories coming from these people.
Yeah.
Most of them have dementia. And it comes with old age.
Yeah.
Like
But they are
Ify
tagged
said,
with witchcraft.
People are tagged witches when they are old.
yeah.
And you never see a rich witch. It's usually the
Exactly.
poor people.
That's
Exactly.
The
Tag
poor people.
witches.
Witches.
Well, we'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll be talking about how do we treat our own parents. Because sometimes I find myself getting impatient in my mother's side. How do we treat our parents, and what can we do to yeah,
difficult.
to develop these patients and to realize that they really need help? I will be back.
Proud to be a woman. Proud to be a woman. Proud to be a woman.
On World of Women, and we are discussing caring for the elderly among us. So, Linda, how do you know, elderly people? Yeah, sometimes you could lose patience with them. How do you think we can be more patient? We can be more, you know, tolerating, more empathy, and more accommodating of them.
You know, old age is associated with a lot of illness. And number one, the brain issue. The brain is dropping daily, deteriorating. It's the ability to be patient. You just have to be patient with them because they're like babies.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing. And that, especially the poor ones. The poor ones, you see them, some of them we think they're mad people, but by the time we come closer to them, they're not mad. They just want you to show love. Mostly just show care, show love to them, and whatever you see, just find a way to manage, just manage, because we've been managing that. We've seen a lot of cases. You can't beat them. Even if you say some things to them, they don't know what you are saying. Like most of the elderly people we've come across, they don't speak English. We look for a way to interpret, know what they need, and you know, we get some people to like translate to us what exactly is the problem. They will just tell you food. And like the woman cases, I have to go back. She's an elderly woman that eats too much. You give her food this minute, the next minute
She's hungry.
she's hungry. And
She's lucky.
no, that's why she was abandoned, because they were like, how can they be taking care of you? You will eat almost six times.
It's not her fault.
Like 6 times daily. So it was so difficult for them to like, they have their own routine. They have
But they forget that they too will
she
be-
was abandoned because of that.
I wish my mom will eat all the time.
Exactly.
Now she selects food, she picks food like a baby, you know, I don't eat this, I don't eat that, you know. And how I deal with the impatience sometimes is, I just remember that when I was a kid, this woman went the whole hog for me. There were many times if I was my mother, maybe I'll throw me away, you know, but
Yeah.
She did everything for me. And I'll tell myself, as a baby, she took care of me. She did not throw me away. She did not abandon me. She must have gone sleepless nights because of me.
Yeah.
She cried, she prayed. Till today, she doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
When I just remember,
she's still praying.
and then I just know that it's frustration, because this is somebody who was like a machine.
Very active.
Very active. She had her own money. She could count millions now. All of a sudden, sometimes she would say, hey, men, I think is this me? Oh, is this me? You know?
But it's difficult because
And I think
she's
one
like,
other
I don't have money in
one
my
other
bag.
way to manage them
Yeah.
properly is for the children to know that it is a privilege. It is a very rare privilege for you to have your parents. I'm a child of old age.
Yeah.
My father passed away 4 years ago, few months to his 80th birthday. My mom is 76, you know, and I feel privileged. I will gladly tell you, if I see my friends doing some sort of things, I will tell you, you can't do that in my house. Because my mom is a conservative mother, you know, a conservative woman, and I was brought up in such a way. You know, so it's a real privilege. Because so many of my mates will tell you they don't know so many
like
things.
most cases is we are talking about the poor people aspect.
But I want sorry.
Yeah, it's
Let
true.
me
Let's
quickly
concentrate
as
on the poor.
Yeah. So
Because
don't
they
you
need
think
more help.
don't you
Yes.
think that the government needs to build more homes for them? Because most of them are actually on the streets.
They're on the streets.
Yeah, don't you think we need to build, apart from the one we have now, I've not heard of any other home. Don't you think the government or, you know, need to build more homes for these people not to be on the streets anymore?
Yes, that's another factor. It's something that is ongoing. They're fully aware about the suffering of the elderly people or the senior citizen, but government is, like we have said, is the government has also neglected that part. Aside the individual we are talking about, it's something that we want government to look into it and know that this.
Okay. Okay, just land and then we tell you.
Okay.
Yeah. So government looks into it. We're begging government to please we're appealing to you.
Please.
Build homes for the
elderly.
aged. Yeah. We'll be back same time next week. I am Oji Danisa.
Join us next week for another interesting edition of Wow. I'm Rahila Lessa.
I am Linda Turner.
And I'm Informal Gift of Aladunjoye. Please do not miss next week. Don't be told.
Wow.
Thanks, Linda. Thank you.
They just need to build more homes for me. As far as I'm, they need to build more homes.
Not just building homes.
And
but
yeah.
Apart from the exposure of contact of farmers, herders with the increase in farming period, towards is another way of causing increase in human snake contact, because the their halls are filled up, they rally for higher ground as well as normal people. So sometimes they say there's an outbreak of snake bite. No, there's no any outbreak of snake bite. Only that the snakes are clamoring for higher ground or dry land, wildlife as well as people. So this is a season that we have many cases of snake bite. And thank God we still have antivenom, and the federal government is trying to get more of the antivenom for use in our hospitals and other health centers.
So how much sensitization is the FRS?
I don't agree. A lot of people are just deaf.
But is there any advice you could share on how environments could be protected against snakes? Do you have any solution with Nigeria, South Africa to keep snakes at bay? Ordinarily, what attracts snakes to one's environment?
Snakes are attracted mainly by rodents, cockroaches, and bushy environment. So we should try as much as possible to clear our bushes, to clear the environment. And a place like Abuja was a virgin land. So it's not